Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Today is the 5th of April 2020, also known as Palm Sunday in the calendar. And as usual, I just finished work and I'm at Halliwell Beach, Hornby Island, BC. What a beautiful day it was. Right from the get go in the morning, there was beautiful sunshine, and I was able to spend the day mostly in and out, away from the rain, away from the cold, and it is such a beautiful day. So I couldn't wait till I got back, and parked and put away my stuff and got myself a quick dinner going, and then I hopped into the car again, and I thought I'd just find something different, and something different from Tribune Bay. So here I am at Halliwell Beach or Halliwell Bay, where it's kind of not so hot, not so cold. I would think it's about 10 to 15 degrees. I can very much hear life and sounds. I can just feel the stillness, lots of rocks on the beach. And I thought I would just not spend too much time looking around, but just turn on the camera and show you the views. Kind of, you're looking at what I'm looking at. And out in the distance, I see a few people running along the beach, I think with their dogs. And I'm going to zoom in and show you there's some birds there out on the beach in the distance. I'm going to just, stop talking so you can hear them. And there it is. If you listen carefully, you'll also hear the lap of the waves. I'm going to zoom out a bit. And then I'm sorry if there's a little bit of a shake. I'm holding my cell phone as steady as I can. It's a bit slippery here, so I just watch my step. Oh, look at this moss. Look at that. Yeah, I talked to you about patterns yesterday, and oh my goodness, this place is a wealth of patterns. And this is moss and seaweed combined on the rock over here. Oh, what a beautiful formation. Yeah, I love this. And all of this is hewn on the rock here. And it almost looks like something natural. But look at the mix of colors. If you were to, paint this using watercolor, I can imagine the wealth and the beauty of these rock formations. All over Hornby, this is what you see. You see lots of moss and rock formations and driftwood. And this is so unique to this island. And this is why this place is so crowded during the summer. And I hope this summer will not be any different. And people can come here and enjoy. And there it is, a good sweep. I think I should show you more of these formations, okay? How about I take a close up? I'm going to take you real close and just ruffle it a little bit so you can see what it is. There you go. Look at that. This is actually dried. It probably was green once, then it's dried up. It's kind of probably semi-dead. And off I show you the other end. And there. I think the sun's about to set, and that's about it. So how was your day? I think you had a wonderful day yourself, and you could call it a Sunday. And the moon's come out in the distance. I don't know if you can see the moon. Oh, there she is. There's the moon up there in the distance. Yeah. And Palm Sunday it is. Well, this morning I left at about 6 o'clock or 6:15ish, and I couldn't believe it was a Sunday and Palm Sunday, and I was heading to work. And if I were home, I would have gone to church or spend some time with the family. and then made sense of this beautiful day, and also such an important day on the calendar, the start of the Passion Week, which is Palm Sunday. And we usually carry lots of palm fronds and go to church and get them blessed and go in a procession singing songs. But today, as the isolation continued and all over the world, there was no masses and congregations, I still was able to get some feel for it and still understand the essence of Palm Sunday and be able to talk to someone about it. I'm talking to you because I don't know what your experience was, because this is the Holy Week, and this is when all of us um, talk about, the passion of Christ and actually take part in some of the most profound um, experiences in the Christian life. So we prepare for it. We prepared all through Lent. So there should be some meaning that we should make out of all that's going on here in 2020, with all that's happening around us. Oh, look at that beautiful distant view of the mountains across, and that's northern part of Vancouver Island. Yeah, you might even look at Seashelt on the other side of Hornby, and Pemberton Heights way beyond there. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. So coming back to the theme for Palm Sunday, I left for work with this thought in my head: how could I make a difference? What should be in my mind? Although I went to work, I had to be careful of what I said and did and how my life reflected um, in comparison to all that was going on around me, and still not lose the hope and cling on to all that is good. So Palm Sunday is special, and I did hear about some pastors. I think it's in the United States where they braved the isolation and ban from congregations to actually allow and hold services. I think it's in Florida and somewhere in New Jersey. Oh, the birds are up. Yeah, and I commend their bravery on the one hand, and then that opens a new debate as to what we are doing and how we do things and what we actually believe in. And can you imagine? I went to work and I work with 6 other people and sometimes 5 other people, and we work with a lot of safety protocols, cleaning routines, disinfection, and we have a strict protocol, and we are able to maintain that because we are all aware, and we were not specially trained in clinical procedures, but we're not nurses, but we're just, ordinary people, and we are trained in marine emergency procedures and so on, firefighting, rescue boat training, emergency duties, and so on. But all this is new about cleaning up and keeping safe distances, washing of hands, and disinfection of touch points, and so on. And so I wondered to myself, why is it that it is okay to maintain essential service and go to work and have people go to stores, etc., but we are not well equipped to go to church, where we pay a lot of attention. And perhaps I wondered it is because nobody had set a framework of a pandemic situation where the church ministers or priests and pastors could indeed set up cleaning routines and assure the governments that they too can allow people to congregate in a responsible manner. So they responded obediently and I would say faithfully to what was brought to their attention, and they did what they could do and acted in the best interest of the public. But looking deeper into the values of our faith, and I realized that I gain a lot of inspiration and source most of my belief systems from a sense of order. It's almost like a cosmic order, and I get a lot of strength from a belief system, believing that things will be well and trusting something which is beyond us, a higher power. And if that were the case, why was it that something like this couldn't be organized even in church communities? Or perhaps, we should have swung around and, spent a few weeks and wrapped our heads together and come out with essential duties or essential commitments that nourish us, because we need a lot of faith and sustenance, of course, is going on through online, internet sources, but all of that is virtual, and we still need proximity, like we do at work. We have to work together and build society, build communities. So I think there's a lot of thought and um, um, effort in that direction. And I hope that this will happen someday in the future, because this day, Palm Sunday, where the readings are mostly about dignity and sacrifice and entering voluntarily into the passion, where you risk, your um, being arrested, you risk being mocked and derided, and bravery is an aspect that is brought into focus, and bravery is something that is desired, in our faith. Now, I know as a child I used to read books, and the best books that fascinated me were books on adventure and bravery. And there's many a story of a young lad or a brave mom that risked her life, and everyone came to believe, and society came to accept what came out of it. So this is what I'm hoping can happen, and this can be a way for the future where we just don't stop with what is around us, but we continue on and come up with ways to enhance ourselves, bring about change, positive change that convinces all. And the church should also be a place where, just like work and just like, protocols and safe procedures, we should be able to come up in a responsible manner with expertise and faith and build our faith, and not go with, some notions and assumptions that probably certain governments feel or you have about what authorities think you would be doing, etc. But it should be laid out, and we should put our efforts together and come up with a protocol and still be able to gain a lot of sustenance and inspiration from all this. So this is my thought for Palm Sunday. Do send me some comments as to what you think should be the order of society, because this, if it happens to be the new norm, we should faithfully and with bravery and courage and um, a lot of strength step forward and put out ways by which we can all benefit, and not you know be pulled down in a reaction. I think largely the problem is that even at this time, experts have not come up with a tangible solution or a proper interpretation of all that's happening, and they're waiting for word from the responsible people to come up with studies and scientific theories and interpretations, etc. So I'm hoping that someday this will happen in the very near future, so we can all go about and live our lives in a healthy and most worthy manner. And of course, churches and congregations do not congregate for an entire day, but um, could actually take a couple of hours and be able to conduct all of their activities in a very responsible and nourishing manner. So that's my thought for Palm Sunday, and I wish you a very profound and touching and deep, reflection of the Holy Week, starting with Palm Sunday and onwards through Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and Easter Sunday. And I want this to be a special time for you, and it will be with me as well, a special time in through my work. And I hope to be relieved, before Holy Thursday, the Passover. So I am planning to leave by Thursday, the 9th of April. So I will miss Hornby Island, but I had some quiet reflection, and I hope this will be a wonderful time for you. And I want to call you to some brave, innovative, creative action, and feel free to send me some thoughts and ideas and inspiration from what you think is happening right now, and how we can draw on the message of hope and turn it into some realistic action in our very own surrounding. Okay? So have a great Sunday. Have a good night. And from Hornby Island, this is Fritz Fernandez saying goodbye.